Affirmative action made great strides in increasing diversity on college campuses, but after it was struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court in June, there is now fears the decision could unravel decades of progress for Black and Latino students. A new documentary from CBS Reports looks at the potential impact. The End of Affirmative Action premieres tonight at 8 o'clock, streaming on CBS News app and on Paramount+. I got to speak with independent journalist and the host of the documentary, Soledad O'Brien. Take a look. This decision was made by the Supreme Court to the surprise of many back in June. Do we know yet if the ending of affirmative action in college admissions has resulted in less diverse college classes? Do we know any information about this?
Yeah. We don't know, and we may never know, because the colleges actually have no requirement to tell the public. The Hechinger Report, which was our reporting partner in this, reached out to 40 selective colleges and asked them about the numbers of students in early admissions and the racial breakdown. Only half responded at all, and the half that responded with no information. So I'm not surprised that they don't have to give that information, and they're not going to. And I think it's because colleges right now are very worried. They're worried about getting sued, and they're also really on the defensive, I think, at this point.
It sounds as though there's a little bit of collusion involved there when everybody's basically giving the same answer.
Or no answer at all.
Yeah. 20 that are all in step, and then 20 that don't return the call. The students you spoke with for the documentary that are applying for college, how was the ending of affirmative action? How is it impacting them? How is it making a difference with their application process?
Yeah, for Emily and Hamza, they'll never know if, why they got into a school or why they didn't get into a school, because, of course, anybody who's got a college-age kid knows it's a very complicated formula, right? You have GPA, you have test scores, you have extracurriculars, you have SATs, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's complex, but we do know that the richest 1% of families, who are mostly white, are twice as likely to get into elite colleges than middle-class kids. This is regardless of if the middle-class kids have higher test scores. Even if the middle-class kids have higher grades, that 1% of the wealthiest students are more likely to get in. And this is, of course, because of legacy admissions and donations, AP classes, because AP classes are only offered in some high schools, not all, and certain sports are only offered in some high schools, not all, and those sports often are the kinds of sports that elite colleges are looking for. And so, of course, early decision as well. 40% of students are admitted under early decision. That means you're saying, yes, I will attend regardless of what it costs. Only certain kinds of people can commit to that.
It's amazing when you talk about that, donations, legacy, athletes, especially some of the higher elite institutions that don't necessarily have big sports programs but are putting new emphasis on those programs. It takes up so many spots that there's just so few finite spots that are available for other kids out there that don't fit under to those categories that you just mentioned. This decision by the Supreme Court, is this the end of the legal battle over affirmative action and other race-based programs, or is there more to this story?
Yeah, no, it's only the beginning of a conservative movement to eliminate race-based programs in the workplace and in corporate America. Affirmative action was really just the start of it. There are lawsuits right now in dozens of states to end DEI programs. There are lawsuits against corporations like McDonald's and Hershey's and Amazon, in some case because of grants to Latino entrepreneurs or internships or fellowships. And of course, the Fearless Fund is being sued by Edward Bloom. He's the one whose organization brought the suit against affirmative action. And the Fearless Fund clearly right now is fighting that lawsuit. So we're going to be doing a lot more reporting on this and kind of the new direction it's going with our reporting partners, the Hechinger Report.
It sounds like this is just the very first step for you. Soledad, thank you. Good to talk with you. We appreciate it.
Nice to talk to you as well, Chris.
And once again, the new CBS Reports documentary, The End of Affirmative Action, premieres tonight at 8 o'clock, streaming on the CBS News app and on Paramount+. And we'll be right back.